Okay. So what's going down right now is I'm going to read out loud the quest I'm about to do, but I'm going to do it in the middle of the quest. It's because I started the quest a long time ago, and what I mean by that, I mean like yesterday. So I'm probably like in the middle of it, maybe like above half of it. Long story short, it involves this side quest involves zombies, detectives, stalkers, and a shadowy figure. Yeah, but there's a lot more to what I just explained. But without further ado, we are about to go speak with Gurminu at Costa del Sol. Be prepared though. I'm gonna be reading out loud. I need to work on my I need to sharpen up on my vocabulary. I'm slurring too much. Alright, so I gotta go to the Sol. Gotta do it over here. Over here. Go to La Nocia. And then Costa del Sol. I'm so glad they made the fast travel like this. It is much way faster. I mean, you're gonna be spending some gil, but you better be spending like a little bit of gil to go somewhere than actually going on foot. And you can go on foot if you can go on foot if you prefer to, but it's gonna take a while. Okay, here we are, Costa del Sol. We gotta go speak with that guy over there. I'm about to read this out loud. You guys get ready. You're not one of my associates. The banquet is for invited guests only. If you have no business here, be on your way at once. Beg pardon, good sir. My name is Ellie, reporter from the Mithril Eye. If I might have just a moment of... Ah, yes, the two gil sensationalist rag. I read your tiresome screed about the self-styled phantom thief and his letter of challenge. If you have to come to tell me my daughter's in danger, I can assure you that our concern is entirely unwarranted. I have not kept my Arabella safe to this day to see her whisked away from me by some fly-by night rogue. I have spared no expense in security, the best protection that money can buy. Oh, hello. You guys are pretty mean. The brass blades of the Gerbera, an elite unit of the most lethal swordsmen in the oh my god, okay, it's Final Fantasy, so their words are gonna be like a little rough to pronounce. Sultanate? Yeah, Sultanate, whatever. They say one of them once caused a man's heart to burst just by looking at him askance. The moment they set eyes on the would-be thief will be his last. Hold on a second, I gotta take this. Trying to look for the... what was it called? The, Phantom Thief? Phantom Thief. LOL. Shit, no. Okay. The moment they set eyes on the wood... I think that is MSQ. Nice. Yeah. Just doing some side quests. This is my FC. My FC is my buddies. It's kind of like, think of it as a guild. People in the guild just, you know, get to talk to one another. It's cool. It's only like 15 people in there. Me and my buddy. Fuck! If the thief is up, if the thief is obligating enough to, wait, obligating, or no, obling, whatever. Enough to allow himself to be seen, or do those goggles serve some purpose other than making the wearer look utterly ridiculous? Who said that? This guy. Consulting Inspector Bryden. Your reputation precedes you. And what, pray tell, would you propose? I have promised some of the wealthiest men in the realm that my daughter will be attending the festivals. To arrange on my word would have dire implications for my trade, for the family trade. My proposal is a simple one. Entrust the investigation to me. The thief will be in shackles before the banquet commences, and it will cost you not a whit of your precious gil. Very well. Let us see if your reputation is deserved. You better consider yourself warned. Greater fortunes that you will ever know hinge upon this banquet. I will not tolerate any disturbances. Such touching concern for his coin purse. If only he could muster the same for his daughter. Right? That's me on the right, by the way. But do tell, Inspector, after he slipped under our noses the last time, what makes you so confident that you can catch our thief this time around? Our man may boast 1,000 faces, but he has but a single modus operandi. What the fuck is it? What does that mean? And it is painfully obvious. A letter of challenge, a precious treasure whisked away from a rightful owner in the broad light of day. This tells me that our thief is an attention seeker with supreme confidence in his abilities. Doubtless, he means to target the maiden using the same methods he used to abscond with the treaty blade. Even now, the fiend is on our midst, having assumed the identity of somebody who will be in the close proximity to Miss Aberdilla at the feast. I have already narrowed the field. Abraella's Bethrund, Vanus, would be an obvious target for our thief. So too would be his father, Morganton. Nolto and his wife, Cyanana, the guest of honor, will give a toast to the couple's happiness. Both will be standing close to the stage where the bride is to be said to appear. Needless to say, we cannot rule our guru Rimu himself. Finally, we have oh my god, these names. We have Lewinhart, a steward of Gurumu's estate, and Miss Arabella's personal attendant. All the key players, save for the Lapis Maiden herself, have assembled in Costa del Sol. Doubtless, the Phantom Thief lurks among them, his face concealed, gathering information and planning his course of attack. We will begin our questioning of the suspects immediately. Should you encounter any suspicious individuals, you are to report back to me at once. Hildren Mindarvilla. Halbrand Mandervile. I could smell that stench of idiocy and incompetence from a mile away. The pleasure is all mine, contriving Inspector Brighton. Forgive me for not revealing myself sooner. I was simply conducting a bit preliminary undercover investigation work. Yet to see through my igneous disguise with such ease. Yes, I dare say, your powers of observation rival even my own. Fear not, friends. Heilbrand, agent of inquiry, inspection, or extraordinaire, have arrived to defend the maiden's honor, as only a Mardavillan man can. He does realize there's still a fish on his head, doesn't he? Good, Inspector. I realize we have not seen eye to a Moncol in the past. But a fair maiden's virtue, mayhap her very life, is at stake, from our gentleman to another. Let us put aside our differences, yes? I would welcome your assistance in the case. Me? Assist you? Aren't you a funny man? It makes no matter. My plan is so flawless that not even your bugling can interfere this time. If you wish to assist me, you may do so by keeping watch over the suspects. In the meantime, I have a promising lead to investigate. I shall return before the banquet begins. While I know this may be asking much, do not try to do anything too stupid in the absence, will you? I would speak with you, but not here. I'll be waiting for you outside Costa del Sol. Come quickly, for we do not have the luxury of time. Whew. This may take a little longer because of my reading. Holy shit. I've been out of college for like, what, 4 years now? I need to freshen up on shit. You've come. Excellent. With that buffoon sultedly distracted, we can get to more important matters. But before we proceed, what might I call you? Unremarkable name, but it will suffice. Now answer me this, Mythal. That's my name. You were there when the Phantom Thief, in the guise of Ladies Durilda, stole off with the Trinity Blade. The Treaty Blade. Was there anything about our foe's disguise that struck you as particularly noteworthy? Not really. Just the identical appearance, the perfect mannerism. This is for me to know. That is for me to know. Let me see. Hmm. There's nothing out of the ordinary. I mean, even I fell for it. I mean, I know the whole thing was scripted, but I don't know, the whole thing just looked normal. Okay, here's your blade. Alright, thanks, guys. A perfect mannerism. Oh, that's true. The identical appearance? Intriguing. What most would be point out the sheer physical perfection of the disguise? You turn an eye within. A thorough inspection of the mask left behind at the scene revealed a tiny prism sewn into the fabric. It is this stone that allowed him to change appearance at will, and yet, like you, this was a secondary concern to me. Bitch, I'm a secondary concern? From moments to mannerism, to the utterly obvious, obnoxious personality. The thief did not merely look like Lady Durilda. Almost said dildo. Durilda. He was her. Such a feat could not be accomplished by magical trickery alone. We are dealing with a clever and thorough criminal. Not content to rely on his empire powers to disguise. He studies his targets closely before assuming their identities. He emulates them utterly and completely. That not even their closest friends or family could detect that off in a miss. All the key players arrived at Costa del Sol 3 days ago, when preparations for the banquet began. This would afford our thief more than enough time to study his would-be target. And yet, some disguises are more challenging than others. Put yourself in the mind of our phantom, Mythal. If you were the thief, whose identity would you first assume? A brass blade. One of the guests. If I was a thief, who will I assume? That's a good question. I don't know, let me think. The thief's first assumed identity. A brass blade? I can turn myself into a blade? Nah. One of the guests? That'd be too casual. I would probably disguise myself as her father, but that's not an option to put. A brass blade. No. Yeah, one of the guests. Because it's a banquet, so they're not going to have weapons. One of the guests. Would he? The guests are well acquainted with each other. One misstep and that the thief's cover will be blown. No, there is a more logical first target. There's a more logical first target. One that would afford him the opportunity to gather the knowledge he needs, at least, and at less risk. Yes, one of the brass blades. I fucking knew it. Well, I didn't know it, but I was thinking, like, why would I disguise myself as a sword? Why would he disguise himself as a sword? Strong in numbers, fewer of words. Able to come and go as they please. A fearsome reputation to scare away any who would draw near enough to realize something was amiss. An identical entry into Costa del Sol for our man. Deducing as much, I made a point to question brass blade in the area. Little to my surprise, I learned that there was one man who had not been seen his favorite alehouse for 3 days past. Oh my god, I'm getting tired. Whew. Our thief has not made a habit of wanton murder. Doubtless the poor man is lying naked in the ditch not far from here. In addition to general security duties, each of the blades have been assigned to serve as a bodyguard. Oh, the brass blades is the group of protected bodyguards. I thought we were talking about a literally a weapon blade. Like, why do I disguise myself as a blade? I'm a fucking idiot. If I I'll make a terrible detective. Each of the blades have been assigned to serve as a bodyguard for one or more of the guests. If the man could tell us off his assigned charge, like as not, his answer will reveal the current identity of our thief. Our thief would not have had the time to carry the unconscious man far. I will canvass the immediate area. You begin your search on the outskirts of Costa del Sol. Alright, well, you figured that shit out in a heartbeat. Alright, come on, Chocobo, where you at? I need you! Alright, track down the missing brass blade. So, pretty long story short, mostly he assumed that the brass blades would be in disguise and the perpetrator would have hidden the body, not the body, but like an unconscious body to disguise himself with their clothes. And the brass blades he was talking about is a group of bodyguards. I'm over here like an idiot thinking it's an actual weapon, and that's a big fucking crab. I don't gotta go far. Because if he's right, then I need to look for a unconscious person with no clothes on. Bingo. Oh, you're not unconscious, you're tied up. Found him. Excellent. You're the one less incompetent assistant I have worked with. Thank the gods. Please, free me from these chains before the snipers eat me alive. Their snipers eat me alive. There. Now tell me all that you can remember about what happened to you. And try to be brief. We just arrived in Costa del Sol. Had a briefing of sorts. Master Gurimu gave us each our orders. Who would be looking after and the like. Had in mind to our tour, the area gets me my Berlins. Next thing I knew, I felt a thwack on my back of my head. On me head. When I came to, there I was, stripped to my skeevies. Much to the chagrin of those of us who have to look at you. You say you received orders from Master Gurumu, who was to be your charge. My memory is hazy, but one was Morrigan, father of the gloom. The other was La Felon Gent from Limsa. Yolta Nota. Now try your best to remember. Were there any other guests with whom you were ordered to interact? Come to think of it, yes. There was also the steward, Lewenhart. I was to review with him the schedules of the events, discuss the protectional key supplies, that sort of thing. Morgan, Yolto Noto, and Lewenhart. Thank you for an incompetent fool. Your testimony has provided astonishing big words. Has proven astonishingly enlightening. I shall see this man back to the city and into the possession of some new clothes, after which I shall return to Costa del Sol to continue the investigation. Go ahead. go on ahead of me, and for the love of God, just sure that imbecile doesn't cause too much trouble in my absence. Make it like gotcha. Alright, back to the beach. Well, I'm back. Now, have you guys in mind, this is a side quest. And, well, I got back on the game like not too long ago. Well, a few days ago, right? And I didn't know what I should be doing. So, I had to go to the nearest quest I see near me. A random quest. And it happens to be a long episode of detectives work. It all started out, like I said, it all started out with a zombie. And now I'm here, detectives. Brand. Ah, there you are, friend. And not a moment too soon. For I was about to commence my investigation to earnest. Tell me, did your and Inspector Burden's Avenue of Inquire bear fruit? Morgan, Yeltsinotto, and the steward Linhard, you say? This does not surprise me. Yes, I considered them all exceptionally suspicious from the start. Which the lab has made in danger. We cannot afford a moment's delay. I, Hellbrand, shall have our thief in shackles before the inspector returns. Fear not, friend. The inspector shall be none the wiser. Haha. If he had hoped to nab the fiend for himself, he should not have simply the task for me so. Ah, there's one of the suspects standing suspiciously under the canopy over there. Just you wait, fiend. I shall rip the mask from your face and reveal you for the rogue that you are. I wouldn't do that, you know, just kinda... shit. Stand back, friend. The man we pursue is a criminal mastermind. The merest slip of the tongue could put our case, nay, our very lives in danger. But have no fear, Miss Ellie, ready your quill. The fuck's a quill? That you might record my every word as I employ to honored art of parley, handed down from Mandervile men of ages past, to reveal our foe. I can think of a few topics that would be interest my readers, less than your blatherings. Just catch the thief so I can have my story, would you? Don't worry, Inspector. I brought my quill and journal too. Your adoring fans won't miss a word. Capital. This is why you are my favorite assistant, Nashu. Now behold, as I ensure I pray with a web of words leading to the inevitable demise. Good morning, Master Gurumu, and a fine morning it must be. For you most of all. Allow me to offer my most heartfelt congratulations on your breath roll to the enchanting Miss Arabella. What is this nonsense? Abrahella is my daughter. You... Just who in the seven hells are you anyway? Guards. Old your chocobos, Gurumu. Okay. What the fuck is this name? Guru-Rimu. That's way too long. Gugurumu. I recognize that lad. This is the Hellbrand agent of the Inquiry and Inspector Extraordinaire, come to save the lovely lass from the clutches of the Phantom Thief. I reckon we owe the man a gratitude. Aye, Venice? The Phantom Thief? blatherish or rot. If you ask me, that said, my Beth rotted. Must be quite the beauty indeed to have such rumors told about her. Perhaps she's worthy of me after all. Haha. He exudes an uneasy degree of confidence of such effety. The fashion challenge youth. Most suspicious. He's a damn sight easier on the eyes than you. Yeah, that's my Venice. Ever calm in the face of danger. Truly in his father's son. A worthy heir to the Bruguner Consortium. And a worthy match for my daughter, I must say. Yes, I foresee many years of prosperity for our families, or family, I should say. Ho ho, oh my god. Which reminds me, Master Venice, Abrella asked me to convey her gratitude to you for the golden clasp you sent some months ago. It has not left her neck since the day. Oh, that little trinket? 'Twas nothing. Tell your daughter the greatest treasures in the realm will be hers once we are wed. The time-honored medieval art of parley? We be sleeping with the fishes now, and had Morgan not spoke up on your behalf. That said, nothing about the interactions between the three struck me as particularly unnatural. Ha ha ha. Let us not rush to conclusions, Miss Ellie. A gentleman fiances a more methodical approach. Yes, everything is proceeding according to my master plan. Whoops, I was supposed to be taking this down, wasn't I? Everything is proceeding according to the master's plan. I sought only to earn the trust of the families before confronting Yaltanoto and Leeuwenhart, who had aroused my suspicions from the start. Come, we have a thief to apprehend. I don't see your faces around here. With the Eastern Aldner Trading Company, are you? Why, yes, good sir. Very much with them. Some might even say we are the East Aldner Trading Company. Haha. Oh ho ho, pleasure to meet you. Dude, this is Costa do Sol, so it's a beach, so there's gonna be like pirate-like accents here. It's the Lapis maiden, as lovely as they say. Sayonara. Here's no slouch herself. But like me, she's getting on in years. No defense intended, my dear. Oh, but where are my manners? Yaltanoto, the British Consortium, and this is my wife, Sayonara. I look forward to my profitable dealings with you and yours in the moons and years to come. I dare say this wedding and the joining together of our family businesses could be happening at a better time, with all the manner of fell beasts and beastmen taking aim at our wares. Why, just the other day, a shipment of imported foodstuff has waylaid by the mandragorous, nasty buggers. The lot of them. If I were 20 years younger, I'd dice them up myself and make a salad out of... You heard of the smuggling, haven't you? But of course, I want to spend a year honing body and mind with the fist of Gargly. Fuck it. My fellow monks and I would chant several hundred mantra whatsits a day. And your food stores were occasionally raided by the ruthless bands of rogue vegetables known as the Mandragars, yes? Would it kill you to read the Mithralae and educate yourselves from time to time? A fearsome lot there are. Rumor has it that they will not rest until every fruit or vegetable harvest for consumption has been freed from captivity. Why, they stuck at the larder. Here just a few days ago, our supplies were disseminated. Fear not, milady, I was able to arrange the emergency shipment to replace the stolen produce. It arrived safely some time ago. Settle down, Saint Nana. Forgive me, wife. She's always saying how meat is bad for her figure, and what that I best go prepare my speech. Carry on, lads. Is she crying or laughing? Criminy, none of these three were suspicious in the least, but we must not give up hope. Lest here of many faces have the last laugh. Where there is a will, a gentleman shall find a way. Come, Nashu, we must move quickly. Our lapid maiden shall not be the only one to come to harm. You speak so fast, Inspector. The sign of quark mind. I'm sure now... Where was I? Give up hope. He of many faces will laugh at last. The lapis maiden shall not be the only one to come to harm. I'm not sure that captures the inspector's intended meaning. But this is no time for us to be standing around. Inspector Bryden will be back any moment now, and he's not the type to suffer excuses. Quite so, Miss Ellie. Unfortunately, I have a plan. Let us investigate the foodstuffs of which Master Lewenhard spoke. Should we find any contradictions in his testimony, we can consider the man a prime suspect. Inspector Bryden will be back before long. And come, Nashu, this is no time to delay. Yeah. Nashu happens to be that the female Miyokyote that was writing down the guy's stuff. Like the guy right now, the Mendler or something, Halbrand, is a detective, and Nashu is his assistant. Alright, let's take a look. Crates of assorted foodstuffs, and a veritable host of delicious-looking coconuts. It appears that our man Lewenhard spoke true? You gads. Are those explosives I spied concealing amongst these coconuts? Perhaps I spoke in a haste. It would appear that we have found a phantom thief after all. Explosives. Oh, those are mine, Inspector. I was looking for a place to set them down. You see, and those coconuts were looking awfully lonely. Why would they say? Nashu, far be it from me to cast doubt on your choice of hobbies, but what in the name of the 12s would possess you to bring your creations to an investigation? Well, They were so helpful in jogging your memory that one time. And I just thought, does this mean you won't be needing this piece of driftwood either? Your enthusiasm is always remarkable, Nashu. But in this event, I fear it's somewhat misdirected. Now set the driftwood down for over here and concentrate on taking your notes like the astute assistant you are. Driftwood. I say we're most fortunate that confounding Inspector Bryden is otherwise occupied at the moment. Were he to chance upon the scene, he would veritably explode in rage. Now let us dispose of these things before an errant ember sends us all to the fiery demise. Confounding Inspector Bryden, explode, a fiery demise. Got it. Are you sure about that? Uh-oh, don't look now, but someone has returned at the absolute worst possible time. You two were supposed to be keeping an eye on the suspects, and staying out of trouble, yes? The inspector will have a fit if he sees you here. But Miss Ellie, should Inspector Bryden come upon these explosives, the consequences will be even more dire. Mithal and I will see that the inspector keeps a wide breadth of this beach. You two just get out of here and be quick about it. Quick thinking, Miss Ellie. Come, Nashu. We shall return. Oh man, I need some water. We shall return for your creations once Inspector Briarden has been led safely from the scene. Investigation call us, and we must need its cry. Whew. That's one quest done. Alright, keep going. Inspector Bryden will share with you his latest findings. So, Hildebrand has managed thus far not to destroy everything. Consider me something almost resembling impressed. Indeed, but enough about the Hildebrand. Mithal and I have been waiting to hear your latest theories. We should go somewhere quiet and... An excellent idea, Miss Ellie. Ah, yes, the spot just over there by the crates should suffice. There? No, not over there. There, of all places? But surely we can find somewhere else more scenic. I'm not here on vacation. I'm here to solve the case. Besides, we cannot afford to have our conversation overheard. That junk-littered beach should afford us some welcome privacy. Yes, Inspector, privacy, indeed. Bloody hells, don't worry, Mithal. I figure out some way to lead him clear of the bombs. He's like standing right next to him too. Goddamn. Don't turn around, dude. Stick. Oh, they're explosives. There's 3 of them. Is it just me, or is there a bit of a chill in the air? Perhaps we should go someplace warm? Yeah, what she said. I, for one, welcome a riptide from the sweltering heat. Besides, this will not take long. Yeah, if you insist, Inspector. Oh, why the fuck? Through the questioning of a brass blade attacked by our quarry, Abbott identified the 3 individuals most likely to be our thief in disguise. To wit, Morgant, Yaltanoto, and Lewenhart. The three of us shall split up, with each of keeping watch over. Are you two listening? Yeah, yeah, of course. Of course we are. Big part, Inspector. My guy. You look unwell, Miss Ellie. Perhaps you were right. I too feel a chill wind blowing in. Mayhap we should continue our investigation elsewhere? But there's no need. Wait here. I shall build us a fire. Haha. Methinks that the inspector has taken a leave of his senses. The chance of locating suitable kindling on these barren shores is infinitesimal. Yeah, thanks. I tried. Here we are. This piece of driftwood should serve perfectly, and as a fortune, we should have it. I just happen to have a flint stone on my person. Shit. Back up. Backing up. There is no cause of alarm. 'Tis not blood that courses through the inspector's veins, but ice. I could not fathom a series of events that would lead such a calm and composed individual to lose his firm grip on that fiery torch. Remarkable insight, Inspector. I must record these words for posterity. Wheel, it's flying. Paper? What have we here? Everything is proceeding according to my master plan. Huh? Good job. Nice. Could this be another challenge from from the fiend? Surely not just, Inspector. It looks nothing like his usual card, see? Doubtless it's just the ideal ravings of some madman. Perhaps so. But we must exercise due caution. Ah, there are 2 more pages. Shit! What's she doing over there? Give up hope. He of many faces will laugh last. It is not the lapis maiden alone that shall come to harm. It is more direct than this previous challenges. But there can be no doubt as to the cinder. But what is this talk of another victim? The final page holds the answer, no doubt. The final page. Confounding Inspector Brydelin will meet a fiery demise. That's you. Oh shit. Bombs, torch, shit, up. That guy's just like, I can't watch this. Nice. The faces is fucking nuts. You saw through the Fiend's true, but how? Let's just call the reporter's intuition. Are you hurt? A ring in my ears, but otherwise no worse for the wear. You have my gratitude. Hildebrand Minderville. Were you able to learn aught of the fiend who made his ignoble attempt on my life? I'm exhausted every effort, Inspector, yet I fear our query proves every elusive. Excellent. I might have died of the shock if you had. At any rate, our foe has revealed himself as no mere thief, but a madman who will resort to cold-blooded murder. We must redouble our vigilance, lest the other come to harm. Vigilance. Yes, vigilance is the order of the day. What in the name of the gods? Thy's teeth, those vegetables cost a fortune, and they're ruined. Agent of inquiry? More like agent of injury and incompetence. You are to replace the supplies that you were destroyed before the banquet begins, or I will see that the entire lot of you rot in a gaol. What was that trembling explosion coming from the beach? Is everyone safe? Fear not, the fiend's artless attempt on my life has been thwarted. Sadly, your food supply did not escape unscratched. Master Grumels bids that the damaged ingredients would be replaced with all speed. Good gods, this is no thief. This is a madman. As for replacing the ingredients, I feared that will prove a difficult task. Those crates contain imported vegetables in considerable rarity, you see. Vegetables that are practically short supply these days. What with the mangrove large, if I were to place the order immediately, I would likely take days to arrive. The Mandragoras? I've heard of that fell band. Tell me, what manner of vegetables did they steal? The rarest was an import from the Far East. I do not recall the name, but very closely resembled the Eorzean dragon pepper, save for its color, which was a deep purple. Methinks you dozed worried not too much. Master Lewenhard, of course, of action is clear. We need only storm into the den of these overgrown weeds and steal your precious purple dragon peppers right back. I would advise against that, Inspector. There is no ordinary these are no ordinary mandragoras. Better rather, a bloodthirsty band of killers, given sufficed flesh. Even the brass blades of the Gambran proved unable to resist them. Oh, a formidable foe indeed. We're only there a brave soul in our midst won't be taking on fearsome enemies with no shred of concern for his own well-being. Your eyes, fiend, they speak to me. They say, yes. Shall vanquish these rogue vegetables and deliver the purple goods back to their rightful owner. Wait, me? You're truly a godsend adventurer. One Sunday of the Yellow Jackets has been charged with defending the roads from the Mandragorasa. If anyone would have knowledge of their current whereabouts, it would be him. Without those ingredients, Master Gurumu is like to cook me instead. Please, friend, you're my only hope. A gentleman would never let his comrade face danger alone. Let us away to Limsa together. My God. Off to Limsa. I was like right there. The Limsa. Okay, it's in Limsa. Whew, I haven't done much reading since high school. Ugh. But whatever it takes to get my vocabulary back in shape. If you come for the Mandragoras, I fear you're half bell too late. As were we blasted all. To hear the poor merchant tell it, no sooner had he opened his cargo hold to check on a shipment of vegetables than did Onion turn on him, screeching bloody murder. Feel his own vessel in sheer terror. He did. By the time he came to his senses, it had all set without him. The merchant left for Elleport, hoping to recoup his losses. If you've a mind to go after the culprits, you might lend an ear to his sad tale. It's the thrill of the chase, not invigorating, friend. The ferry docked by Fisherman's Bottom will carry us to Elleport. Let us be swifty on our way. I think this is a new feature, the way you can teleport. I'm not sure you were able to do that at first, but either that or I just didn't know about it. Because that's pretty damn useful. Don't sneak up on me like that. I thought you were a feral turnip. A murderous eggplant or something like that. Think I just do ye? You'd be sounding a different tune if a shot of tomato juice almost took out your eye, as it did my eye. By the time I regained my wits, they already set sail with me ship and me livelihood. I'm ruined. If I never see another bleeding onion till the end of me days, it'll be too soon. Oh my god. To hear Mo say it, the mandragoras are a nasty lot, a right pain in the arse to farmers and proveniers the realm over. But let me tell ye, friend, that ain't the last of it. Feeling their fellow founds from our leader, the tables is but the beginning. The bulbous blackguards have a far grander scheme. Revolution. Madness, you see. Take a ferry to the ices of the Umbra and see with your own eyes. A veritable vegetable kingdom where eggplants and turnips rule with an iron fist. The muscle-bound yellow with the dim expression. I could swear I've seen his face somewhere before. Bugger me if it ain't the undead overlord with finances himself fancies himself a gentleman inspector. Which would make you, could it be the adventurer what busted the thieving duelist in the single combat? Yeah, that's me. Are you one who bested the thieving duelist? Oh, I didn't do it alone, but the duty finder. Yes. Well, bugger me, I call him my inspector. Well, bugger me and call me inspector. Tell me, is it true the duelist traveled with a demon bird whose crow could split the heavens? You talking about that green chicken? But that's neither here nor there. Look, I don't know about you, but I ain't so keen on the notion of calling a bloody tomato your grace. And that's exactly the fate we're in for it if we don't nip the revolution in the bud, and I mean that literally. As we speak, the Mandras are planning themselves a whole army of their own kind on the Isle of Umbra, on the islands of Umbra. We'd be doing the whole realm a favor if you could go there and uproot them where the harvest comes. Many a case. Oh shit! I accidentally hit the touchpad. Alright, where are they at? Where am I going? No. Oh, okay, I go over here. Hello, sir. Islands of Umbra. What it is? It's a bud. The fuck? Circle X upside down triangle. Circle X triangle square. Huh? You feel a hostile gaze upon you. Something's watching me. The fuck was that? Oh, it's a different player. What the fuck is that? All these mounts are kind of new. It's crazy. I should be getting some soon though. The only mount I got is my default chocobo. But I do love him though. Look at this fucker. Look at you. I call this man a fidget. If any of you guys play the game Elysian, the Dust, the Elysian Tale, then you'll know that there's like a little green rat-looking flying thing with wings called Fidget. And that's what I just thought about. But I love my Chocobo. Let me just go and give him a little pet real quick. Okay, that's good. Alright, let's go, Fidget. You can also fight with me and whatnot. It's fun. And another bud. Just fucked up how it's like it's all in the middle of a fate. Circle, circle, X square circle. You feel a hostile gaze upon you. And I'm being watched. Don't know by what, but I'm being watched. X, circle, music, circle X, all this weird. What the fuck am I? What's going on here? Is somebody about to watch me again? You feel a hostile gaze upon you. Right now what? Reclaim the stolen food stuff from the... I'm not trying to get hostile territory here. What the fuck happened to you? Friend, my pursuit of the Mandragoras has led me beneath the surface. Yes, they must be down here. Somewhere. It's a fate. It's a fate. What? Whoa, what the fuck? Oh, shit. Get back here. Freaking turnip. It's been a while since I actually took on the fight. I've just been doing nothing but that quest, and it's just, oh shit. Get out the circle. I'm trying to pick up turnip soup. Correct kill. Something's going on here. Sensing weakness in the realm, blowing the... Wait a second, it's a turnip, so hold, get in the water. Shit, I can't do it. Nope. I attack one and they all come at me. I mean, they all look different. Fidget's hurting. Hey bitch, go back here. This is taking way longer than usual. Whew. Damn, that's like 10 minutes ago. 10 minutes ago, and I got 56 likes. Holy shit. Let's see. You return. I feared you might end up at Tasty Snack for the crazed head of the cabbage. Bitch, now here, take your stolen sun feeds, or sun stuff. Food stuff. The fallen foodstuffs. You saved my hide today. Oh, but I must see if those purple dragon peppers are intact. Master Groomer is quite particular about his seasoning. Oh, can I come too? I've never seen a purple dragon pepper before. The wild vegetable chase was a pleasant diversion, but it is time we return to the case. Now, there must be some clue that we yet eludes us. Nashu. Core, the peppers have changed color. What's this? Peppers that possess the same powers of disguise as our many-faced foe? A gentleman must needs investigation. Or investigate. Blue. A striking shade of blue, quite a far from the purple that Master Lewenhard described. Perhaps we recovered the wrong crate? But look here, Inspector. The crate is clearly marked Costola del Sol. How cautious. How curious. Did I say purple? I meant purple-ish blue. Or purple. Or bluish purple. The two colors are really quite similar when you think about it. I mean, they're both cool colors, but cold colors. These peppers have a most distinctive hue. No man can reasonably mistake it for any shade of purple. Unless, of course, he was wearing a very particular sort of eyewear at the time. Haha, the charade is up. After that man. It is I suspected all along. The goggles have power to key the crack in the case. With speed, Nashu, the fiend must be brought to justice. I guess we found him. Is he dead? You can run, but you cannot. Ha ha ha. If you thought you could outsprint this Mandervile man, you were sorely mistaken. For piffering a priceless blade, threatening a maiden's virtue, and untold crime against the law-abiding citizen of Eorzea, I, Halbrand, agent of Inquirer, Inspector or Extraordinaire, hereby place you under arrest. Done in by a sniper, or snipper. A fitting end for an ignoble thief. Let us see what lies behind the mask. Where am I? Who are you? Playing the fool will outvalue you not. I suggest you come willingly. A gentleman is not given to violence. But should you attempt to resist, I disavow responsibility for shattered skulls and broken bones. Wait, I remember now. I was on my way to meet Miss Arabella when... Miss Arabella, I must find her at once. My head. It would seem that this man wears no mask. This is the true Lewenhart. I swear on my life that is so. I was en route in a state Wineport when one of the brass blades on patrol approached me. We exchanged greetings, and then in the next instant he turned on me. Fuck, my bad. I fought desperately to defend myself, even managing to drive a kitchen knife into the man's right hand in the end, though he proven too strong for me. A kitchen knife. Now that you mention it, the imposter was wearing gloves. I knew there was something suspicious about him. There is still time before the banquet begins. Knowing our query, he has doubtless already assumed a new identity. And yet, he could not have foreseen this turn of events. It is unlikely that he had the time to thoroughly research his new target. Most importantly, we now know the thief suffered a wound to his right hand. We need simply return to Costa del Sol and examine the hand of all present. An excellent plan, Inspector. While you do so, we shall accompany Lewenhard back to the estate, that we might ensure Miss Olive's safety. Ugh. I found you, my little ones. Let me guess. You seethe with anger at those that took you from what was yours? Then it will appear our goals are in accord. Make for Costa del Sol and await my orders. When the time is right, revenge will be yours. That red one looks just so fucking pissed. Look at him. The game is afoot, inspectors. Now, what mask shall I wear to the ball? It's kind of fun. I mean, even though this was like an accidental side quest I wanted to take, I mean, I've seen it as like a level 50 side quest. Huh. Ever since I became level 50, like a whole bunch of side quests has just got, like, unlocked. So I tried this one in Ul'dah, looked at it, and then this whole big episode of investigation started to happen. I'm walking there, fuck that. Wait, stop walking. I'm teleporting there, fuck dude. That's level 36. What's this? Dig? Ooh, I'll come back to that eventually. Miss Arabella, what are you doing out here? You must return to the estate at once. Oh, Lewin. Although, always the worry. Your concern is touching, but I am a woman grown. Besides, I just wanted to see the flowers. In the rain, yes. Lovely though these flowers may be, they are an unsightly weeds when measured against your beauty. I am Halbrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire. Please call me Heidi. Hildy. I'm calling him Hildy. Fuck that. The pleasure is mine, my lord. Much have I heard about your deeds. Tell me, are these rumors of a many-faced thief true? I fear they are, Miss Arabella. But still your gentle heart. For as long as I Hilly on the case, the fiend shall not lay a twisted finger upon you. This I swear on my my how do you say his name? Mandervile name. The gods smile on me indeed, to send such a strong, handsome gentleman as my champion, and yet you seem pensive, mild, milady. Is something the matter? To tell the truth, this marriage has been arranged against my wishes. I do not love Vanus. Why? I have not even met him. He sent me his clasp as a betrothal gift, a treasure for my treasure. Wear it always, the message said. I do not care about how beautiful it is. I might as well be a golden shackle. Miss Arabella, you must not say such things. An arranged marriage to a youth you have not even met? Unconceivable. Father says that this marriage must happen, that is, if for the future of the family trade. Spoken like a true Olden. But if I may be bold, milady, would it be correct in assuming that you and your father are not related by blood? Quite so. Father found me amongst the Beagans on Pearl Lane, when I was just a babe. He took me in and raised me as his own. He took Lewin in as well, though his servant rather than son. You may think Father a cold and miserable man, or miserly man, but to me he is the man who gave me warmth and hope where I had none. I will learn to love Venice, if that will make Father happy. You cannot be serious, Miss Arabella. You are a beautiful young woman with your life ahead of you. Surely you would not have to look far to find gentlemen with whom you would rather spend the rest of your days. If I had to spend another hour with you, I'm like to lose my wits. But anyway, we shall return to Costa del Sol and see how the inspector's investigation fares. I as well may prepare for the banquet. Farewell, friends. I need water. We've not a moment to lose, friend. The time of our final confrontation with the fiend is nigh. Our foe has doubtless assumed a new identity. But have no fear. Upon our return to Costa del Sol, I shall employ the time-tested Mandervile art of parley to cut through the fiend's flimsy facade. 'Tis an art that I would impart to you as well, friend. Though there will be a time enough for that once our foe is in shackles, and Miss Arabella is safe. No doubt it shall prove as invaluable in your adventures as it has in my investigations, or failing that, serve to entertain you when you have nothing better to do. But I disagree. A gentleman must always to Costa del Sol. The fair maiden's life hangs in the balance. Nashu, Miss Ellie, with me. I think my speaking vocabulary is getting kind of better. Don't you guys think? Where am I going? Shit. Inspector Briarden. I have seen the maiden's safety. Miss Arabella will be along soon. How fares your investigation? I have canvassed the grounds, but none of the guests have concealing their hands. How can this be? The thief must be somewhere. Miss Arabella just left her estate. I suppose we'll find out soon enough if her beauty is truly matched for our own. Tee-hee. There is no time without the thief in custody. We cannot risk allowing Miss Arabella to take the stage. But Inspector Van and his family will not take kindly to his brethren's absence. That is nothing of my concern. Besides, Dowling the inspector here will think of something. Me? What do you propose? You're the expert of creating diversions. Can't you just knock something over, blow something up, or the like? You know, like you always do? Inspector Bryden, I knew the day would come that you would recognize my many talents. Worry not about Master Venice. Yes, for the sake of the maiden, and a gentleman will do what must needs be done. The poor sob lacks even the wits to know when he's being insulted. Now to task at hand. We must find a way to conceal Miss Arabella's true identity. Not far from here are the servants' quarters. There should be a change of clothing lying about. Perfect. Vidal, find some suitable ordinary grab and deliver it to Miss Arabella's outfit outside the gates. I shall proceed with the investigation. I like how I'm just like there. Like my created character is just like sitting there in case something goes down. He's just like a fully armed warrior, just with minimal interaction with the investigation. Hi, Leps. Howdy. Has the Lapis maiden arrived yet? I simply must look upon her beauty for myself. Servant's garb, you say? I much prefer what you're wearing, but we certainly have enough rags to go around. Here you go. Do with them as you will. What, did she just diss on my outfit? Greetings, friend. Oh, what's this you have for me? I got some garbs. Servant's garb? But why? Miss Arabella, with thieves still at large, the risk of letting you seen is too great. Change into those clothes and promise that you will not leave my sight. But the ceremony, Father will be furious, and Lord Vaness. We're dealing with a man who tried to blast me into the heavens, well actually, and almost succeeded. We cannot exercise enough caution. As for the ceremony, I have entrusted the matter to the certain gentleman. You need only concern yourself with your own safety. We should go as the inspector says, or we should do it as the inspector says. Miss Arabella, your life is more important than this marriage, or whatever profits your father stands to gain from it. Lewin, if father heard you say such things, I should have said them long ago, but not doing so, I have put your life in danger. But besides, we have not one, but two skilled inspectors on the case. It will not be long until the fiend is brought to justice. Very well, I shall retreat to the carriage. Pray wait for me here. I like that wind dynamic, or the wind mechanic. My apologies for the delay. What should I do with my banquet dress, Inspector? Withal, bring Miss Arabella's dress to the bumbling inspector. I dare not speculate as to how he intends to see his task, but I would imagine he requires all the help he can get. Now let us return before the festival begins. Got it. All right, take it back to Hildy. Look at the description on the right. And then deliver the breathtaking dress to Hildebrand. I like how they just described, like, you take this amazing looking dress to Hildebrand. That's how it goes. Ah, you return. Me? I was in the act of formulating a master plan to distract Master Venus at the ceremony. Is there aught I might do for you? Yes, hold on to this dress. Why, this is Miss Arabella's dress? I must admit to confession as to what I would do with it. But worry not, I shall take it into safekeeping. And with that, I must attend to Master Venus before the ceremony begins. Worry not, friend. I assure you that Inspector Briardarian and I have the situation entirely under control. Why not find yourself a seat and enjoy the festivities? I'm just gonna take a seat. In real life too. Curses. How am I supposed to find the man with all these people milling about? Friends, family, businesses, associates. 'Tis an hour of pleasure to welcome one and all to the Costa del Sol for today's feast. Co-hosted by the Bringer Costrium and the East Aldenard Trading Company. We trust that you've been enjoying fine food, fine spirits, and profitable conversations. The Lapith Maiden. If even half the tales of her beauty are true, Vanessa is the luckiest bastard in the realm. Yaltanato, Sinana, honored guests. It's a great pleasure to announce the betrothal of my son Vanessa, future chair of the Bruger Costrium Consortium, to Arabella, daughter of Master Guillermo of the East Alder. Oh my God, these names. The couple will exchange their eternal vows today, that the openings that there may usher in a new era prosperity for one and all. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present my son's lovely bride, the Lapis Maiden, who beauty minstrels will sing of for ages to come. She ain't coming though. Damn you, Hildebrand. You had one job. She's beautiful. Would a rebel accept otherwise? She is my bride after all. Milady, they say your beauty transcended even the boundaries of time. When we are wed, you will want for nothing. Pray give your hand unto me. My sun and stars. Yes, yes, 1,000 times yes. I am yours and shall be forevermore. What have you done with my bride, you cross-dressing deviant? Not quite what I had intended, but I suppose it serves our purpose. Fear not, ladies and gentlemen. Miss Arabella is safe and sound. I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, have bet assumed the maiden's appearance to ensnare the vile fiend who would take aim at her life. The fiend who now lies defensively before me, the game is up. Venice. Or shall I call you by another name, the thief on many faces? Oh my god. Me? The thief? Are you mad? It appears that my masterful deductions have proven beyond the grasp of your mind. Very well. Allow me to indulgate. Well, there is not a soul in the realm who has not heard the tale of Miss Arabella's beauty. There are but 2 men here in the Costa del Sol who had gazed upon her lovely visage before today. Her father, Grimuru, and her steward, Linevart. As you yourself admitted on multiple occasions, Master Vanessa, you were to have your first glimpse of your bride-to-be today. Considered in this light, you would not say your reaction upon seeing my face was most unnatural? Who else could see through my insidious disguise? Who could know at a glance that I was not a fair maiden? None, save you. Ye of 1,000 faces. And anyone else with half their wits about them? How dare you make a mockery of my wedding day? Guards, arrest the pervert at once, lock him up in a gallows and throw away the key. Arabella? Oh, thank God, you're safe. Come with me quickly. There's a dangerous madam about. A glove on the right hand. Could it be? The man is a fool, but it would have been behooved you to listen to him. Alas, you did not, and what is yours is now mine. That's a thief. Stop wasting your time with the imbecile and arrest him. Ugh. Oh, look at that one. Oh, look at that guy. He looks so fucking pissed. You came all this way for me? You love me? You really, really love me? The attention is most flattering, but I've taken what I came for. And now, I must away. Milords, miladies, till we meet again. What are you laughing at? I hear that the real Vanessa was found bound and gagged in the storage room. Truly, Miss Arabella, I'm sorry. For what, milady? The banquet was more exciting than I ever could have hoped for. Vanessa and his father was furious, and of course, our marriage has been called off. But perhaps it is for the best. I would mind my own way to make father happy, by living my life as I would live it. It is you, Inspector Hillebrand, who taught me this lesson. Ugh. For the love of God, somebody find him a change of clothes. But one thing still puzzles me. The thief challenge said he had steal the Lapid's maid's virtue. Yet in the end, he took only her neck piece. Now that you mention it, Master Grimald told me about the clasp when it first arrived, engraved with the mark of the Sun Goddess. It is one of the most treasured pieces from the Brugru collection, known as many of Azamaya's virtue. The maiden's virtue, indeed. When the next challenge comes, we must take extra care to read between the lines. Oh God. I think I killed it. Over here, Inspector. It says made you look. Stop with the faces. Oh, there it is. The fiend plays us for fools. Give me that to me at once. When next we meet, I shall come to claim the victor's spoils. Another riddle. If nothing else, it appears the thief has abandoned any foolish notions of my assassination. Still, we must ever be on guard. The fiend attempted murder once. He may very well do it again. Verily, Inspector, I must agree. One can never be too wary of them dealing with a murder. Hear me, men of a thousand faces. You sealed your fate when you called me by my name. Mark my words. We next meet. Oh, you'll be mine. Yes, it was the Phantom Thief who was to blame for the bomb. Truly, verily. Indubitably, the Phantom Thief most carefully. Certainly. No. That's one episode down. Still more. And I will narrate the rest. The Parlay minigame is not. Wait, what is this? You have unlocked the Parlay minigame. Entertain yourself as many a man has before you by opening the toy chest in the in room. Ooh. So you finally get to put that thing to use? Ugh. The key to the next case is also the key to the storeroom, but be sure not to lose it. Wait, is it a real key? Real key or a figurative one at the same time? Is that even possible? I guess we'll find out next time. Toy chest! You have acquired a toy chest containing several minigames. Visit an in-room to try out your hands the price. Okay, I'll try that eventually.